Welcome to Simulator Adventures and welcome to the final part of my GearCity series. Now today we're going to be having a look at some of the other more complicated concepts in the game and just kind of finishing off our little company. So if we go to the computer, we can see that we're actually, if we go to our reports first, you can see we've got reserves of the DRAC, our hatchback. That's because we're not selling as many as we're producing. So first thing to do, just decrease the production a bit. Reduce the amount of production lines. But what we can also do is try and increase the amount of demand we have for the cars, and that's through advertising. So putting our car out there on like billboards and TV advertisements. So here's our budget. If you click here, you can go to all the countries and continents. So we're going to do Europe. We're just a small budget, maybe a bit more than that actually. That's quite a lot. You can see how much we're making in profit up in the top left. So we don't want to eat into too much of our budget. Let's put 11 million on there. As you can see, it's 1996 and we're already doing internet advertisements. That's quite interesting. See if that has any effect on the demand. Well, we did decrease the production. Yeah, it might have a bit. Just a bit. Gladiolus, our sports car. That's doing well as well. Let's look at the superlatives now. Are any of ours here? No, you see, we've still got lightest. That's quite interesting. And best fuel consumption. That's good. That's two good things to have. So what else can we do? Ah, yes, the stock market. The stock market is another way to make money, and also just something fun to look at in the game. Down here, you can see that this is our company, YouTube Cars, and we can make 846 million at $10 a share. So yes, so you give away 25% of your company. You don't want to give away more than 50%, I don't think. You can do that by selling or purchasing shares. If you give away more than 50%, another company can get into your business, and if they hold that, they can start manipulating you, like using your components for free, pretty much. But equally, you can do that for other companies as well. So you can buy up 50% of, say, Toyani, which is like Toyota, I suppose. Although we can't afford that. So it's just 350 million worth of shares will be good. In here, we've got a place where you can get loans and credit. You've quite a big loan by bonds. I wouldn't mess with these. They're not, it's not such a great idea. There's a gun. Yep, there's a gun, and that really does honestly kill you. And a teddy bear, which is nice. So, what else? Ah, yes. You can go to the show. First, you can go to the showroom. You can have a look at your cars and all the specs about them. So here's the DRAC. You can see how many we sold. Actually, not too bad. 316,000. So we sold in 1995 156,000. Really? Apparently we did. And also the racetrack. Now let's try and set up a racing team. So you can click here. We can either supply engines or vehicles. Let's see, what kind of car do we have? What kind of a car was it? Was it a roadster? I think, yeah, it was a roadster. So let's see if we can supply any roadsters to this. Doesn't look like there are. No, there's none. So not applicable or any. Whoa. Yeah, the strange noises in this game sometimes, but you know, let's do the Senegal Rally. Select the Gladiolus. Should be good. We'll call it YouTube Racing. Series focus. Have a large team and focus on winning. Let's lock the amount of money we put on it and start. Let's progress them up a bit. See how we're making huge amounts of profit. Not sure how. See how our stock's doing as well. Ah, yeah, that's good. So Tiani, doing well for that. Got a gain there. So you just have to keep tracking this. Let's have a look at our vehicle class market share. So we have a 12.1% stake in the hatchback market, which is good. 12.1%, that's not too bad. And our all-time market share, well, we're here. So it's gone up. It's good. It's gone up. Anything else on here? We can see where we're making cars and where we're sitting. Yeah. And anywhere else? Vehicle sales chart. Yes. Not gone well, really. We had to decrease production quite a lot in 1995 and 1996. But that doesn't really matter. You can have a look at the newspaper. Jerry Smith dies of a heart attack. Heart disease caused by excess business management game playing. Huh. So in here, there'll be lots of... oh, you can't really see it though. Yeah, there's kind of real world events, and they all do affect the game. When there are wars on in your country, you're going to struggle to produce cars, but the game does allow you to build military equipment, which is quite interesting, because you don't have to not do anything for a bit. Let's keep going. I wonder how the racing team's doing. If you click reports here, no, don't think the racing series begun yet. So when you start making income, it'll come up here. So I'm hoping at some point. So look at current results. Have a team. Yes. We've not won. Stick Racing have done better than us, but that doesn't matter. Now, one other way you can make money in this game is by adding little bits to your cars. So you can give it a really powerful engine, despite the fact that it's a hatchback. In a way, that's kind of like the Golf GTI, which is like a sporty version of the quite basic hatchback, the Golf. I'm not going to do that in this part because it's quite easy to show you. Research and design, modify vehicle, new trim, or you can do a new generation. So new trim basically replaces the car completely. New trim just adds another version. I'd advise you give it a new car at least every 2 years. You can see here there's lots that you could be doing in. Anything over 3% or more is going to be popular. If you're going to do cars which are only 1% popular or less, like the supercar maybe, do the supercar, because you can sell them for a very high price, and that means you might only sell 100 or 200 a year, or maybe a bit more than that, but you'll be selling them for 100k, and that'll make you a nice profit. What's this? Results of operations. So yeah, there's lots of reports in the game that you can have a look at. You can have a look at the settings here. Oh, we can create a second window as well. Is there a way to... No, there isn't a way to decrease the size, which is a bit annoying. Anyway, yeah, GearCity is in constant development, which I'm quite pleased with. Oh, that's the world. No, in the magazine down here, there's this game here, Aero Mogul. Now I've been playing a little airline tycoon game online recently, which I might do a video on this in the future. But this is something that I'm interested to see. They're called VentDev, the creators of this game. You can easily find this game on Steam, by the way. GearCity, all one word. It kind of competes with a game called Automation, which is a much more in-depth car creator, but has absolutely nowhere near the detail in terms of the business management currently, which is saddening, really, because this is such a great game. It's not perfect, but it is all there. Let's progress into 1997. One issue, of course, is the progression of the turns is a bit annoying. Can be quite slow. If you find the building of factories far too expensive, you can go to the lobbyist. And basically this helps you convince the government that helping the government... basically, you can get the government to give you money to build your factories. That's a pretty good deal. It does require a lot of money to do, though, to start with. But you can go back here and see how much your lobby efforts save you. So hopefully you'll save more money than you put in for the budget here. Small explanation of anyway. If you look around the game, there's lots of question marks on almost everything, which is useful. I'd say this game took me about 20-30 hours to really learn. It's a lot of experimentation and a lot of luck. In terms of other Tycoon games, it's much more hands-on, I'd say. You don't have somebody helping you out. A lot of games have easy modes where a lot of the processes are done for you. But having said that, auto commands here. You can get all things to do everything for you, and then if you want, enable ship all required vehicles contractors. So yeah, there's a lot more you can do. So you might have to hire people, change their wages, and if you turn that off and turn that off, you're gonna struggle to make cars if you don't know what you're doing with those. Really, it's all done for here. Human resources. Click fill factories. I don't know what I've just done. But yeah, and auto wage margin. How much do you wish the so you can change the auto wage. So let's set it a little below. No, that's cruel. Cruel on the workers. It doesn't matter. This game does have music and sounds, so you've heard a lot of the sounds. You can go to the music here. I don't really like it that much. It can get a bit annoying. But anyway, that's pretty much it. The game, as I say, it's got a lot there. A lot of trial and error. Nice to see that it takes this kind of office approach compared to the more modern games like GUI, quite heavily graph-based things. But of course, you've got all these graphs in here. Your yearly profits and losses, which, wow, look at that. Like 3 billion that year, it's ridiculous. You can see our net worth is mostly in cash, which you don't really want to have. You want to have quite a lot of cash, but then build up your stocks. I'm not sure how you could have a net worth in debt, but there you go. And anyway, that is the end of my GearCity series. I hope you've enjoyed it. Maybe in the future I might have a series on this. But for now, let's get to the end of 1997. So as you can see, well, we're selling the Drac, but the Gladiolus, not so well. 1997, yes, this game goes up to about 2030, 2040, as I said in an earlier part, I think. I think I've said that. And the office changes as you go along, which is really interesting. Towards the end, you'll see like a Mac on the desk instead of like a boxy PC. And yeah, you can just keep track of the world events. See what happens. We've got an Asian financial crisis, which doesn't sound good. And of course, things like that will affect how you sell cars in various areas of the world. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching this series. Please feel free to subscribe to the Simulator Adventures channel. I'll be doing lots more Tycoon games, lots more simulation games in the future. And for now, I'd very much advise you buy this game. It often goes on sale on Steam slightly. Just a small sale, sometimes like 20% maybe. But you know what? It's worth the price. It really is. So thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Yes, this is the end of the series. So, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.